Well, I got power through that quite a bit. I just tuned it up a little bit with VFO, so that's a little more accurate there. But, yeah, that's what...
Kilo Juliet. Six. Tango Yankee Oscar Charlie Mike 9-6.
For now.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we won't let that cat out of the bag.
Roger, Roger. Well, good evening.
Yeah, I've just finished up with the Club Net over there. It started early and took forever.
Yeah, he just closed it. So yeah, I checked in.
Yeah, I need to get Marcus a clock.
Where did he come up with all those other calls?
I know they have like a frequent visitors list. I'm not quite sure. I need to talk to Dwayne about it. It's like, I don't know why we're calling all these people that aren't members, but whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot. They did announce the dates for the club meeting, or the club swap meet, you know.
Yeah, but the problem is I didn't have the dates because I'm not in charge of that. I just put it on the calendar, and then it's up to other people to nail the dates down. Yeah, people keep it's like the second or third time someone's tried to ask me when the swap meet is. I'm like, that's not my business. I just put it on the calendar for the month, and then someone else gets to figure it out. But it sounds like they want to do it over at the church instead of at Larry's, so that'll be interesting.
KM6SR.
There's the man with the info that I didn't have.
Yeah, how you doing, Aaron and Ron? K6US and KJ6TYO, KM6SR here. Yeah, it's going to be, I checked with, Ken, earlier on in order to make the request. He wanted to have it at a bigger parking lot. I hope we didn't hurt Larry's feelings at all on it, but anyway, so we're asking him if they have availability for us. And the dates are May 23rd and November 14th.
Right. No, I'm good with that. I didn't have the info. I know John was asking me about it at the meeting, and I'm like, John, I don't know. I just make a face for it. So that works. So May 23rd, and then if we did the open house at Marcus's on like the 8th, when the normal meeting would be, that kind of spreads it out. So that works out. Hi there.
Hey, good evening, Mike, Fearless Leader, KM6SR here, 432 and 1200. Yep, sure am. Thank you, Mike. How you doing, Pat? Sounding good here. W6PMD, KM6SRR, number 432, over.
Roger, 432, Rob, got you in there. KM6SRR, W6PMD. Got my radio replaced. I got another 746 Pro. I like the last couple I had, so I replaced with a newer unit here that's like in immaculate condition. I'm surprised. Bought it from a ham back on the East Coast, so the old one had 3 major problems going on with it, so I retired it for a while.
That sounds good. You're doing good on this new one.
Yeah, you hit me 3S units plus, and I do not even have the preamp turned on. Let me turn on the preamp and see what we get now. Sounded good there, Rob, and Mike was sounding good too.
Are you barefooted 100 watts?
No, I got the amp on. I got about 200 plus coming out.
Okay, very good. I'm running about 1,500 for you, and so is Rob. You're sounding fine. The new/old/new 746 sounds fine. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks. Yeah, I've always liked the radios. I like the way they sound, the way they operate, and I'm used to it. You know, I've had these things since the first year I got licensed 14, 15 years ago. So I figured I'll go ahead and get another one.
There you go.
Anybody else up there want to check in down south? Okay, 6RQU, is that Rick?
You're 61, Rob.
Yeah, give me your Bozo number, my friend.
61.
That's right, 61. Okay, it's been a long time since I've actually done net control, but helping out Dale here tonight, and Mike, Jim, who usually checks in this evening. He's not going to be here this evening, so I figured I'd give it a shot myself and give it a good test for this radio. Good to hear you there, Rick. I hope things up there in the mountain are doing good for you.
Everything's going pretty smooth there. Good to hear from you, too.
Well, thank you. Good to hear from you.
Tell him we got him checked in, will you, Pat?
Yeah, they've got you checked in up north there. Mike's got you checked in too, Rick.
Okay, thank you.
73. Who was that 1229? All right, 1229. Give me the name. Okay, I got 1229. Jim, I got you. And you said 309 Tommy or Tammy? Okay, I got Tommy 309. Now, Tammy's what? She's like 1228 or something? We'll look her up. 457. Sounds close enough to me. You bet. Thanks for checking in.
Hey, Pat, 457 is Tammy N6UBY.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I knew her name, but just couldn't put the number on. It's been too long since I've done any net controlling, so boy, the signals are booming in here tonight. Everybody's S5 to S9 plus.
Yep, roger on that. You were hitting me about S4 in the beginning. I'm also putting an email together, sending you 4 more Bozo numbers because you only had 2 left.
Oh, okay, yeah. So send Dale a couple he'll like that. I'm sure he's probably running close to the bottom of the barrel here. And I think I heard 119. Is that Roger?
WA6AAJ, are you here tonight, Mike? WA6OYB? Okay, you want to say hello to Pat down there, PMD?
Hard got you checked in there, buddy. Maybe we'll get together and go do some laps around Lake Paris here soon. I talked to Mark about it. He's on, and maybe somebody else. Will do. All right, back to Central California. This is Whiskey 6, Papa Mike Delta, Bozo 58. Anybody else want to check in down south?
W6PMD at 60YH, Fresno, over.
Give that to me again. The Bozo number first.
195, the Bozo 195, in 6BYH.
Okay, I think I got 195. Is that a Roger?
That's a Roger.
All righty, we got you checked in there, Michael. 195, got you checked in. I'm looking kind of
don't have some of the big guns here tonight, Pat. Looks like you got everybody. And good evening to you, Mike. Long time no hear. N6BYH 195. We got you checked in up here as well. Stick around a minute. All right, Pat, I think that's it for now. I was trying to get WA6OIB or WA6AAJ or AA6 Sugar in there, but they're not in there tonight. Over.
Well, you know, that's way to get 6 Pop Echo 620 here. I'm here too, so United States can win another one and go to the final game on Tuesday.
Okay, hang on. Who said contact 6?
Copy that, Mike.
Up here, somebody said something. Who was that? Was that you, Mike? 620?
Yes, it was. Whiskey 6 Papa Echo 620.
You copying W6PMD down there in Southern California?
Negative.
Okay, very good. Well, I've got you. It's just a local check-in, Pat. Local check-in number 620 W6 Papa Echo. 73, Pat. Great to hear you. Don't make yourself a stranger. Over.
Roger, Roger. We got a good radio working here.
1237 AJ6PD.
Enjoy talking to you guys up there. All right, K6MYC, Rob, Greg, Gene, Tommy, Tammy, Hart, Michael, everybody, 73. I'm going to turn it back over to Dale. W6BMD, Bozo 58, Gallup Hill, Southern California. Good evening.
73, Pat. 73. Good to hear you. And let's see, W6P, I've got you. Tony, I've got you. AJ6PD, Papa Delta, and was there anybody else? AJ6 Papa Delta. Go ahead, Tony.
No, just enjoying the nice, beautiful weather. And thought we'd have a cup of coffee and tune in and say hello this evening. How you doing, Mike?
Good. We're doing fine. You're sounding good down here. Thanks much. Okay. How about N6SWR? I wonder if you're in there, Ben. N6SWR or KC5DTU. I wonder if Carrie's in here. KC5DTU or N6SWR messing. Over.
KM6 SRR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Ben sent me a text right around 7. He was so burned out he's going to bed. So he said just check him in if we want.
We'll check him in. 247. Thank you. Okay. Well, I guess we can go right on over to Atascadero then and see if Ron's over there. Maybe we'll even have Eric in here again.
Bravo Kilo 858.
Oh, KE6BK. Good evening, Eddie. Surprise, surprise. 858. We got you.
Yeah, Mike, good to hear you out there tonight. You and Rod there. Rob, we've been listening there for a bit and everything. But yeah, I thought I'd check in early tonight, and that way maybe you can shut down the net a little bit earlier. Over.
Okay, well, but thank you for that. We appreciate it. Anyway, over to you, Rob. KE6BK with KM6SRR to take it. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
How you doing, Eddie? KE6BK, KM6SRR. Yeah, I'm barely hearing you today. I don't know whether you got your radio turned down on your power or what.
No, you guys are coming in a lot lower as well. Yeah, no, I don't really have a good strong signal on you guys either.
Okay, that time I was able to copy your whole transmission. You're sounding good anyway. Thanks for being there.
All right, well, you guys go on over to Atascadero there and see who you might raise up over there. Good talking to both of you. K6MYC and KM6SRR, KC6BK. 73, guys.
Okay, 73, Eddie. It may be just the time of day, Rob. It's early. He doesn't normally check in until the propagation gets better around. He waits until the propagation peaks and then he checks in. Hi. 7-3, Eddie. Hope you had a good weekend and enjoyed the nice weather here. We'll have a whole week more of it before it starts to turn cold and we get snow. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, it's getting warm too early, I think, but what do I know?
No, you're right. It's all screwed up. It was 115 degrees in Cape Town, South Africa. Now that's winter time for them. Go figure. Well, it's sort of fall for them. Autumn, fall, and it was 115 in Cape Town a day before yesterday. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm glad it's over there and not here yet. A couple of weeks ago, it was like 104 in Texas there, and another place there had 106. So, but 2 degrees doesn't make much difference there. But, yeah, 2 different towns down there, 104 and 106.
Well, okay. We'll see you, Eddie. Thanks much. Catch up with you. Thanks for checking in early here. KE6BK 73s, and over to Atascadero we go. KE6MYC.
KE6BK.
Is it? Anybody else, or was that just Eddie signing? I guess that was just Eddie signing. I was already moving the antenna here. Okay, here we are toward Atascadero, looking for a W6QUI or KM6EIV, either one of you. How about it, Ron?
Yeah, we're here, Mike. Good evening to you. Good signal from most of the people I'm hearing over there. We didn't quite get that hot. We only got to about 78 here today, but that's too warm for me. Anyway, check me in, W6QUI, Bozo 1055. I don't think Eric's up on the hill.
What? I'm here.
Oh, there he is. He's off frequency a little bit, but yeah, okay. I didn't know you were coming up, Eric. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, this is KN6EIV, Bozo number 1044. Yep, I'm up on the hill here.
Gotcha, and good signal, very excellent. You're actually still a bit stronger than Ron is tonight. Well, you're doing a fine job. Let me turn it over to Rob and let him give you guys both reports. Good to hear you, Ron, and we hope to hear you on Tuesday, or at least somebody to hear you on Tuesday. KM6SRR in the group, K6MYC.
Thank you, Mike. Good evening, Ron and Eric. W6, oh, shoot, I've forgotten the call sign there. Anyway, I'm hearing you better pointing towards Bakersfield than where I normally point to you. And I've got Eric just barely able to copy him there, KM6SR.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, well, depends on where we have our antennas. You guys are all over up and down up there, so I have to move it here once in a while. You're at a good hitting right now. I'll copy you just fine, Rob. Okay, go ahead, Eric.
I was going to say, Rob, yeah, I'm copying you real well, too. And I haven't changed my antenna, really. It's pointing north again, so I don't know why you can't copy me so well.
I don't know. You're pounding in here, and I'm only about 4 miles to the east of Rob there. Did you copy him that time, Rob?
Oh, yeah, I'm copying him, but not real good. Let me go back to where I normally pick him up from Atascadero.
And both of them seem to be better at 215 than 211, but just a minor difference. Anyway, Eric, thanks very much for driving up to the hill tonight. Good sounding signal. 4 elements sounds good.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm on the tonight. I'm on the Kenwood TR9130.
That's an old one, but it's a good one. They had great audio, both on receive and on transmit, and they have a pretty decent blanker also.
971.
I hear 971. Are you hearing the guys in the Atascadero, Dave?
Not yet.
Okay, well, they're in there. Just point toward the Atascadero. Rob, okay. Rob's had it there. Good evening, and good evening to you, Ron. Thanks very much for you guys to check in there. 73 W6QUI KN6EIV. Thanks for driving to the hilltop there, Eric. K6MYC. The TR9130 sounds great.
Thank you. Have a good night. KN6EIV.
Yeah, Eric, when I pointed where I usually pick you up, you're sounding a lot louder. But Ron's not quite as loud as you are from over that way. Anyway, 73 guys, W6QUI and KN6EIV.
Okay. Okay, very good. Up to Santa Cruz. Here we go. Over to Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, or KW6S. Kilo Whiskey 6 Sugar in Santa Cruz, or AF6 United near Watsonville. How about it?
WB6 JNC, Course Gold.
And we got one in Course Gold in the meantime. Good evening, Dane. Hopefully you're starting to recover from your vacation from hell. Over.
Well, we're still working on it, and it's time for dinner, so we'll catch you later. K6MYC, WB6JNC 107,
okay.
DMO7.
Okay, well, enjoy your dinner. 73. WB6JNP, K6MYC, over to KW6 Sugar. Is that you, Tom?
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike. Yeah, things are going pretty well here, and no movement on the 220 equipment yet, but hopefully in the next week or so. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, I know that's a P in the A because it's up in an awkward position for you. So hopefully you'll get it, and you'll get it without too much grief. Okay, let's see. I'll shoot it over to Rob, and then we can take a standby for Lee. I did not hear Lee pop in. He's usually right on the key, but he didn't, so maybe he isn't there yet this evening. Sunday night, sometimes he's in eating dinner. KM6SRR with KW6 Sugar Santa Cruz, K6MYC.
Thank you, Mike. How you doing, Tom? KW6S, KM6SRR. You're sounding good.
KM6SRR, KW6S. Boy, pretty weak tonight, but I can tell you're there. And I don't know what caused that. Mike's coming in real good tonight, and I heard a few others just kind of not enough to work with when you were working into Atascadero there. Let's see, KM6SRR, KW6S for another try.
This should be better, Tom. I was still pointed down to where I usually get Lee, figuring I'd try to hear him first. So he should be hearing me better there, KM6SRR.
Boy, that makes all the difference in the world, and he and I aren't that far apart, so you must be getting both of us on a bounce, but a different bounce. So yeah, but that's real good now, though. And did you get your power amp back in action? I think that's for 432.
Nope, I haven't got that working yet. They're trying to get with Ken to get it to him, I guess, but I don't know. He's pretty busy.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, we have other bands to work on here. KM6SRR, KW6S.
KW6S, K6VBG.
You had another caller, Tom. Listen for K6VBG. Try again, Dave.
KW6S, KW6S. K6VBG. How copy, Tom?
Well, very good. I didn't need to listen very much. Yeah, you came in there real good, but I was getting the log straightened out here on the keyboard. But Yeah, that happens to me once in a while. I'm a little slow coming back, and people think I'm not there. But yeah, you're doing real good. Maybe quite a bit better than usual here. K6VBG, KW6S.
Hi, Roger, Tom. Yeah, you're real strong over here. You're probably 10 over, which is really good for you and very clear. Yeah, very, very good conditions tonight. K6VBG.
Very good, yeah. Good. Always good to hear that I'm getting back in the valley. Well, you're not really in the valley. You're up in Coarsegold. So, yeah. I used to get up there occasionally when I grew up in Fresno there. K6CBG, back to you, Mike, is KW6S.
Okay, Lee, let's just give Lee a call just for protocol standpoint. AF6 United, Lee, K6MYC in the Bozo Net, calling and listening. No, he is just not there, so there you go. Okay, anybody else want to say hi to Tom before we slide up into the Bay Area? Over. I guess that's it, Tom, and we look forward to seeing you maybe on 6 meters tomorrow. I know we won't see you on 220, which is a disappointment, but you'll get there. Take care. Thanks again for popping in here. KW6 Sugar, glad you had a good weekend. It was a nice weekend here, too, very pleasant, and I got a lot of yard work and a lot of weeds pulled and some sprinkler systems improved and so on and so forth. So we did okay. Here we go. KW6S 73 K6MYC clear and moving up into the Bay Area.
AB6SR.
AB6SR. Good evening, Stan. I'm watching my little tomato plants grow. I haven't transplanted them yet. I was going to do that today. I was going to do it yesterday. I was going to do it the day before. But they're all coming up now. I've got about all the seeds have sprouted over.
Yeah, okay. You sound as though you've been busy today anyway. I heard K6BBG for sure, and the band seems pretty good tonight. I could copy Tom as well, whether it was coasting off Mount Hamilton or somewhere, because I'm right underneath the Santa Cruz Mountains, so certainly not off the back of the beam. I had a pretty lazy day. I watched a couple of English football matches in the morning, and then spent most of the afternoon on YouTube. So nothing much done. Didn't sleep too well, so I thought I'd have a lazy day. Yeah, plenty of time for the tomato plants anyway, but yeah, I'll be out tomorrow. It was 80 here today, so I didn't want to go doing much in the afternoon. But I did want to watch the English football in the morning. Back to you, K6MYC, AB6SR in Los Gatos.
Okay, very good. Dave, are you copying Stan over there in Los Gatos? Go ahead, Dave. K6BBG, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, I think Dave's doing the old-time radio net at 8 o'clock.
Okay, he's switched over to another net. Otherwise, you would have caught him, Stan. I think you've told me that once before. He did the same thing last time. Anyway, yeah, he's getting out pretty good. He's got a nice little setup. It's a small setup there in Coarsegold, but it seems to be in a good location, and he seems to be hearing quite well. So we'll pass that on to him there. Anyway, good to hear you. Yeah, I haven't planted the new seeds yet. I'm going to do that when I get the ones that are all sprouted. I'll get those in. I've got 3 or 4 different places that I'm going to put them and see which ones survive. If we get one plant out of that whole batch, I'll be happy. If we get more, it's all the better. So there you go. Good afternoon and good evening to you, Stan, and good signal as always. AB6 Sugar Radio, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. I should be on 6 tomorrow. Should stay awake okay for that. Anyway, you've got weeds galore there, which will keep you going forevermore. So still plenty of time to plant the sun gold tomato seeds. Anyway, have a good evening. There must be other people here in the Bay Area. So I'll sign out. Talk to you tomorrow with any luck. K6MYC, AB6SR 807.
Okay, very good, Stan. Yeah, we'll look for you on 6 meters tomorrow. I think everything's okay. Hope I don't have any terrible noise. That would be the only thing. I did run an experiment last Thursday when they had the power shut off for the installation of a new power pole, 12 kV line power pole on my property. So they were shut off about 4 hours or 3 hours, and I was able to test, and there was no power line noise on any band in any direction when they were off the air. And when they came on the air, the only band I heard any noise on was 40 meters, and the S meter went from S2 to S7 on 40 meters when I pointed at 290, which is right at the pole, and so that would make sense. If there was any noise at all, it would come to that point. So not bad, and then of course in the evening I wouldn't even hear that because number one, I'm not pointed at the pole, and number two, it's underneath the band noise. Band noise usually runs S7 to S9 like it has been. So there you go. 73. AB6SR, K6MYC, clear and standing by for other check-ins. Bozo Net, please.
285, WB6JNN.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. 285. I haven't even moved the antenna yet, so I'll bring it up on you if you give me a little longer transmission there. WB6JNN, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Well, you already S9, so it doesn't make a lot of difference on this end. Of course, I'm not that strong, I'm sure. Somebody else is underneath me responding, so there's somebody else in the area probably. K6MYC, let's see, nice day today, got to 75. I worked on some stuff in the shack here. My cat knocked over a bunch of stuff on the floor, so I had to sort through that. Found some things I've been looking for. The usual, you know. The shack is also my junk box. WB6JNN.
Yeah, well, she's your helper. She's trying to help you find stuff you didn't know where you had it anymore. You're good at that. Okay. Well, you did come up notable. When I pointed at you, I was clear down towards Santa Cruz, so made quite an improvement when I came up on you. I didn't hear any better, but I mean, I could tell the signal strength was stronger, so this should be better for you. Anyway, good evening, and thanks very much for being there as always, Jim. Good to hear you. And we'll look for you on 222 tomorrow night for sure. WB6JNN, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. And yeah, I should be on 220 tomorrow. That antenna works and it's on the tower and aims your direction, so we should be fine. WB6JNN.
Okay, who else do we have in the Bay Area for Bozo check-ins? K6MYC, Bozo Net listening.
AB6 WFC 775.
Oh, there you are. I missed you the other night. I came back to you. I never did hear you on 432, Mike, but no worries. That was good to hear you. We had 30 check-ins even without you on 432, so it was a very, very strong night. But you would have been number 31, over.
Yeah, Roger. Actually, I was there. I think Jim K6 Jim heard me anyways, but then no one else could hear me and they didn't report me in. I'm pretty small signal here on 70 centimeters, over.
Well, Jim was under the weather, and he may have forgotten to tell me that he heard you. I did not hear you. I called both going and coming, going up to Nevada, and then on the way back for late checks and missed, and I didn't hear you then either. So, but Jim did check in, and he was really not feeling well. He caught something and wasn't feeling real well, but he seemed like he was starting to turn around and get over it by the time he checked into the net there. But he missed Wednesday night. he was in bed just shivering and not happy. All right, thanks, Mike. Good to hear you. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully on 6 meters, who knows. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Daly City, and it was about 75 degrees to get today here. What was your temperature? Go ahead for your final, K6MYC.
Yeah, we got up to 70, no problem. It was
fine spring day, that's for sure. All right, 73, good evening, thank you. KB6WC clear.
Okay, thank you, Mike. 70 degrees, that's beautiful for your area. 73, K6MYC, Bozo Net, QRZ. Check-ins, please.
KA6UYH.
KA6UYH, good evening, Chris. 1226?
You got it. Good memory. You've got a lot of numbers to remember, so good job. Anyway, good to hear you, Mike. Still haven't made progress on that 6 meters. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but that is life. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing good.
Well, we stood by for you, and we can do it again, even if you got it. Just hook it up and see if you can make it radiate. Try it anyway. Gary's always there. You're only a few miles from Gary. He's going to hear you even if it's working like a wet noodle. Over.
Roger. Yes, he had mentioned that, I think last Sunday. So yes, at some point I'll go ahead and do that. I would like to try to tune it and get it in the frequency range that I wanted, though.
Yeah, well, the last time you said you tuned it, but it went a little bit low on you.
Yeah, so it tends to favor the upper end of the band. So at 50.450, it was at 1.1, and then at 50, it was about, I think we were getting higher, up close to about 3. So I don't operate, obviously, on 50. That's the CW side. So 50.1 to 50.3 would be somewhere, would be the operating range. I think I only get 1 meg bandwidth on that antenna. That's what it seems to be coming out as. So I will try to tune it for 5200 and see if I can get it down to about 1.1 or somewhere reasonable. 1.5 probably will be as best I can get.
Yeah, and you put a little hairpin on it, did you?
No, so in a sense, yes. So what I'm doing is the instructions called for a tuning stub. And when the antenna originally shipped, or the earlier shipments of that antenna, they used to put a variable capacitor in there. And for some reason, and I don't know when, but they no longer ship it with the variable capacitor. And I missed it in the instructions because now they're stating or instructing the users or purchasers to actually put a coaxial stub. You start out at 30 centimeters, which is roughly about 12 inches, and so I did that and started clipping and clipping and clipping and clipping. That did not work. So I now am resorting to actually expanding the dipole or shortening the dipole as necessary.
What kind of coax did they tell you to put on there as a stub? Because that would make a difference. The velocity factor can vary greatly from 0.66 to 0.8586, depending on the kind of coax. So that would change the effective proper length. Over.
Okay, so they did not specify what type of coax. I chose RG58, which is not the best coax, but it's smaller, and so it would be easier to put it onto the antenna. So RG58, it is not a foam dielectric, so it is not one of the better coaxes. The only other option I was thinking is maybe doing a 75 or 72 ohm, get some TV line in there.
Well, RG58 is fine. Let's see, 0.6 times 20, 12 inches, 13, 14 inches is a full quarter wavelength. And I assume it's a stub that's open. It's not shorted at the outer end of the coax. So that reflects a short back to the feed point. So that's where you want to start trimming. Somewhere, if you had a 12-inch piece, it would probably, I'm guessing you'd probably somewhere end up around 8 or 9, maybe. Over.
Yeah, their instructions, yes. And so first thing it is open. I did not short it because we want capacitance, not inductance. But the other issue, too, is they're hoping that the measurements will come out about 265 millimeters according to their instructions, plus or minus 5 millimeters. So roughly about 10 inches or so is what they're hoping for.
Yeah, but again, it depends on the kind of coax. You see, RG58 has a 0.66 velocity factor, and the TV coax with the foam dielectric is 0.75 to 0.8. So those two lengths, that would be closer for 75 ohm. 10 inches would be closer to what I'm guessing for 75 ohm coax. And it really doesn't matter which coax you use. The impedance is immaterial. You're just trying to get the effect of the capacitance. Over.
Roger, exactly. That's what we're trying with it. So I don't know. I wish they would put the variable capacitor back in, but they don't do that. So anyway, when I just cut the stub, I kept cutting, and I'm down to about 5 inches on the stub now, and then had to say, okay, this isn't working for me. So again, I started to expand the dipole, making it technically longer, which will then give me a lower SWR on the lower portion of the band.
Yeah, well, as you were clipping, did you see it get better and then get worse again, or never get better?
It really did not get better. You're only looking at maybe about a 0.1 difference, a 0.2 difference at all, so it really wasn't making much of a difference.
Well, that doesn't make sense. A lot of the stuff you're doing is not making sense to me, and I wish I was standing there watching you, because there's got to be something that you're misinterpreting, as it should just change. I mean, all you're doing is varying capacitance here. And make sure that when you clip at the end, you don't end up shorting it to the center conductor with a piece of loose braid. You got to always make sure the center conductor is open.
Yeah, correctly. I'm pretty sure I did not short it out. That was not my intentions if that did happen. But anyway, so at some point we need to get back out there and either lengthen it or shorten it. But again, I want to choose the center frequency of 50.20.
Yeah, again, it's a funny thing that they didn't describe the kind of coax, because what you're really shooting for is capacitance. An RG58 doesn't have a lot of capacitance. Because you've got such a tiny center conductor, and you've got braid and solid dielectric, but there's not a lot of capacitance between the center conductor. You might try that again and just use a piece of RG213 or LMR 400 or something. Over.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything that big. I've got LMR 240, I think, is the next coax that I have. I bought a roll of that and never used it yet.
Well, try that. That's got a velocity factor of about 0.75, I think. I can't remember the number exactly. But that doesn't matter. It's not so much the velocity factor as the amount of capacity that you're going to get. And you may not have ever gotten enough capacity with the RG58. The RG8X has a bigger center conductor, and I think it's foam also, so it would give you more capacity, I think. So I would try a piece of RG8X.
All right, I understand what you're saying. So the bigger the dielectric, or the more of the separation between the braid and the center conductor is giving me more capacitance, is what you're saying. I understood. Okay, that's fair game. Maybe I can see if I can round up. We just had our swap meet Saturday. I should have pricked up a piece. But anyway, all right, let me see what I can do on that then.
Okay. Yeah, again, you're looking for capacitor, not anything to do with the impedance of the coax or whatever. But you see, you're doing two things. You're also you're adding. Well, it's complex. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, I think you'll find that it works. The bigger the coax you use, the better you'll be, and the more it'll like to come in for you. Maybe Gary's got a piece of scrap LMR 400 or something you could run over and get a piece of him. Need a 20-inch piece to start with, but you probably won't use anywhere near that much. Over.
Correct. Yeah, you're only about 12 inches, give or take, or a foot, so, and then just keep cutting from there. So, all right, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
All righty. See you later. Thanks for checking in here, Chris, and maybe we'll hear you tomorrow night. KA6UYH, K6MYC, Bozo Net check-ins, please. Anybody? Where's W6PQL tonight? Are you still under the weather, Jim?
Well, I'm getting better. I mean, some days, it's weird how this goes. You feel pretty good some days, and then the next day you're back. You know, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it goes on for a few days. So I probably got until midweek before I'm really feeling like I'm sort of normal again. But better, thank you.
Yeah, tell me again how you think you caught it.
Say again?
Tell me again how you think you caught it.
Oh, man, something wrong with my ears. I still didn't get it. You're strong enough. I just didn't get it.
I'm just trying to figure out how you caught what you got. How did you catch the flu or the cold? How did you catch it? And did you have some grandkids over or something?
No, I thought about that and tried to figure out where I got it from. The only thing is my wife had bronchitis a few days before. And, you know, it's a virus, and the darn things mutate, so I got probably some form of that. I can't think of any other reason I would catch it.
Yeah, okay. Just wondered, most people that get these things, I talked to a lot of people that have been sick in the last 2 months, and everybody said, oh, yeah, it was the grandkid. She was, snot was running out of both ends, and it was awful, and I knew I was going to get it or something to that effect. All right, take care, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222. Thanks, Jim. W6PQL, Fremont, K6MYC.
Hey, 73's Mike, W6PQL.
Yeah, now anybody else? KB6BA, K6KLY, KB6JSM, WB6WNI, K6QFO. I'm running out of call signs, guys. All right, we'll come back and do late checks and missed later. K6MYC going over to Oakley.
W2WRX.
W2WRX. I don't have to go to Oakley. I can do it to Modesto. Hi, Carl.
Aloha there, Mike. How's everybody doing there? I got my Mai Tai on the side here. But anyway, you're sounding good there, Mike. Go ahead.
You're sounding good there for 294, over.
Roger. Yeah, I kind of missed a couple of days trying to get back on you there. I've been pretty busy there, Mike.
I'm moving the antenna a little bit more in your direction. I should be at 300 degrees here, and I'm not quite there. Let me get up this way. There we go. Whoops, I went by it. Something in that neighborhood ought to be pretty close. Anyway, you're sounding good, and keep that Mai Tai. Get a nice tight grip on it. Don't slip.
Roger that, yeah. Yeah, I got one nice and cool here, ready to go for the night, and hopefully you got one there, drinking there with me. But anyway, Mike, definitely nice to be back and talking to you. Roger, over.
Yeah, thank you, and good to hear you again, Carl. Good signal. I can tell you don't have the big power on, though, because sometimes when you're running real power, you're smoking me here. But not a bad signal, just not bodacious like you sometimes are. Anyway, very good evening to you. Enjoy your Mai Tai, and we had ours a little earlier this evening, just before dinner.
Roger. Okay, Mike, have a good one. Aloha, and we'll take care of that Mai Tai on you. W2WRX.
Okay, Carl. 7-3, and aloha. Now, let's see. N6 Radio Ocean, N6RO, how about it?
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, high temperature 84, and dinner last night was lamb and yam and frog spit, otherwise known as mint jelly. Tonight I had calamari tubes and testicles and Brussels sprouts. And the only contesting I did on the weekend was the Stu Perry 160 spring edition. I spent 40 minutes, made 32 contacts. The band was the best it's ever been this whole 160 season since October. Yeah, wasn't it that good in the early ones? I don't know. The sun is at fault. The other contest that happened this weekend was a remote operation in the Riddy Sprint that WD6T came in number 1 in the contest. So that's my report for night, and back to you.
K6QR, Charlie, Mike 88.
Who was it? I missed the call. Try it again. other station that called in underneath Ken. Go ahead again. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 6, Quebec Romeo, Charlie Mike 88.
Okay, yeah, 177. Good evening, Gary. KE6QR. Hang on a second, Ken. KE6QR. I was past you, Gary. That's why you're a little weak. I've got to come back just a little bit more to get on you, but good to hear you. We've been missing you. I guess you've been out of town for a couple of weeks or so, have I?
I've got a real high noise level tonight, so I'm having trouble hearing anybody, but just want to say hi. I mean to Ken, N6RO, and Mike K6MYC. I know you're out there, but plays with a high noise level tonight.
Okay. Understand about your noise level. I'm giving you all I can give you, a full 1,500 watts and a 19XX at 105 feet. I can't do any better. Take care. Hopefully your noise will go away and you'll be able to hear us the next time you check in, Gary. What I asked you, you must have been out of town. We hadn't heard you for a couple of weeks here. KE6QR for your final, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I missed a couple. Satellite antenna hooked up by mistake, so that would explain that. But yeah, for some reason I got high noise level tonight, so hopefully it'll be gone next week. So have a good net and good hearing again, Ken, out there. That's the only ones I've heard so far through the noise. N6RO and K6MYC, K6QR.
Go ahead, Ken.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Gary. Nothing much more to report. I've got a high-level noise also, and it's very local. It's the same one that comes on around sunset most days, and it's in full blast right now, so I had to switch to my tall antenna, which is 200 feet farther away from what I think is the noise source. I'm going to trap that one of these days and figure out what it is, but I got to go up on the hill with my de-effing equipment. So 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow on a couple of bands, N6RO.
73, K6QR.
Yeah, Roger, 7-3, Gary. 7, fine, Ken. I would say, my guess is you may be hearing somebody's inverter coming on. Maybe your own, if you've got your solar system working, and maybe one of your inverters that's converting DC to AC. And starting to really function when it gets dark. I'm guessing. I don't know. I tested mine, and of course it was in the daytime when I tested it, but I had no noise with nothing abnormal here, but it was about 11 o'clock in the morning when I was testing it. And I tested, looked toward my station or my house and my solar system with every antenna on every band when the PG&E was turned off, and I didn't hear any noise that you could call noise. I heard some funny little sounds every now and then, but it seemed to be more frequency related than band noise. Because I had, I was little burbles on the noise on the band coming in different directions. Anyway, nothing here from my solar system, so I'm really pleased about that. We're quiet. And maybe you are too, but somebody's making some noise there. Hopefully you can find it. Good luck with that, and did you ever send me an email? Judy didn't say that she got an email from Ken. Or what's your email so I can tell it? I'll try to remember most of it to tell her what to look for.
Yeah, I did email, and the address is Ken E. Keeler, all one word, KENEKEELER @gmail. And okay on the noise. In fact, there's 3 candidates for the source: a street light controller, a power pole that's got a whole bunch of stuff on it, and the neighbor's inverter for his solar system. So it's going to take a real direction-finding chore to isolate between the 3. They're all in the same heading, and they're all within 40 feet of each other. So noise is everywhere. We'll see you down the road, N6RO.
Okay. We'll catch you tomorrow night. on two bands, Ken. Wonderful on your temperature. You were about 10 degrees warmer than we were here. We didn't get anywhere near 80. I think we peaked at about 75. But it was, really super working temperatures. I was out weeding and making wells around my fruit trees so that they hold water now that the sprinkling system and the watering system is repaired. 73 N6RO, and I'm looking for KO6IQR. KO6IQR, how about it, Mario?
K6MYC, KO6IQR, here in Turlock. Beautiful day today, Mike. We had great weather, 80 degrees, slight breeze, super sunny. It's looking real nice for early spring, over.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, it was beautiful everywhere. I think nobody had bad weather except for the folks up in Seattle and Helena, Montana. It was snowing and breezing and blowing drifts in Helena, Montana, and it was drying out a little bit in Seattle. It was only 30 degrees though, so it was pretty crispy. Everybody else was down in the reasonable temperatures, including Utah and Idaho and all the others. Ready? Well, let's see if old John is in here. He missed the other night on 432, or at least we didn't hear him. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, KD6 WVL. How about it, John? K6MYC.
K6MYC, KD6 WVL. Present, 1179.
And we did not hear you on 432, so you must have missed, or maybe the band was out.
Oh, yeah, I missed Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm going to have to get a demerit for that.
Uh-oh. Well, if you've got a good excuse, I'll only take one gold star away.
All right, sounds good. Now, you're sounding good tonight.
Yeah, no, you're good and loud here, too.
In the back of his beam, but he was loud, so good conditions tonight. Thanks for the check-in, Mike. KD6WVL.
Yeah, very good. Good to hear you, John. We were a little worried with two in a row that you didn't show up on, and I was wondering whether you had some broken line or something there. All right, take care. 73s, and let me see, W6WZZ or anybody else up that middle of the valley, K6MYC. All quiet. Okay, 73 guys, we'll see you tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day, I guess. Over to Santa Cruz. Here we are, KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB. How about it, Darren? K6MYC. No Darren tonight. How about KO6KD? How about you, Bill? KO6KD. Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta. Hopefully he didn't have a relapse there. K6MYC. We didn't hear him this morning either on 40. Okay, let's go up to KR6MR. How about you, John? You got any read on these boys that you're close to there? KR6MR, K6MYC.
776 KO6KD.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I guess you caught you away from the microphone. 776. Good evening, Bill. We missed you this morning, but was a good morning. Just K7VO and K7KF and nobody else, over.
Yeah, I tuned in, but all I could hear was just Bob talking to somebody, and then even then it wasn't all that great at times. And then later I came back and I heard John in there, and I said, "Oh, you guys, the last couple of days have been rotten, so it's all because of a stream of a high-speed wind, a little over a 1,000,000-mile-an-hour stream of stuff that's coming off of the sun, and it'll dissipate here in the next day or so. Tomorrow morning it should be a whole lot better. But at any rate, that's it for now. Sorry I wasn't around. I was, but I just it didn't work out. It was pretty pathetic the last couple of days. All right, right, I'll get out of the way. Good evening, everybody, and I'll say 7-3, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow one way or another. K6MYC from KO6KD.
Well, in the morning on 40, hopefully, and then on 222 and 6 tomorrow night. 7-3, Bill. And I'm surprised you weren't hearing K7VO. He was 30 over 9 at my place.
You mean Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the only guy I could hear.
Oh, okay. You couldn't hear John?
Later, after I came back, I left and I went over the guys that I usually talk to at 9 o'clock to see if they were around, and there was I could barely hear them. The local stuff was just horrible. So we gave up on that, and then I came back and listened again. Yeah, I could hear John, but again, I'm not hearing any of the other guys that are out there. I just kept out of the way. No worries, we'll try it again sometime. KO6KD.
Well, there wasn't anybody else today. It was just John and Bob and me. In fact, I almost missed it. Mark was in there early, but never came back. But when I turned the radio on, I had trouble because I turned the radio on with the power switch, and for some reason the radio came up and split. Well, I didn't know it. I looked at the frequency. It was 7137. I call. I get no answer. And Bob is starting to sign, and I'm saying, Bob, can't you hear me? And nothing. They didn't hear me. So I looked, and the amp had tripped. So I did it again, and the amp tripped again. And what the hell's going on here? And then the radio had gone to split, and I was transmitting on 20 meters when I thought I was on 40. So anyway, I fixed that, but by the time I did it, 3 or 4 minutes went by, and Mark signed out. And I kept calling and calling for another minute, and finally Bob came back to the radio. I hear somebody in there. Who was that? I was in the shower or something. I don't know. Anyway, so he came back and spent another 25 minutes or so with us, and then John checked in. So it was a hodgepodge morning. You didn't miss much. 7-3. I got some big news for tomorrow, though. I learned a whole lot about Karg Island and all the stuff that's going on there. I don't know whether you and there's a whole different thing that's undercurrent of Karg Island. It's really an important factor in this wartime effort that's going on. The Karg Island is a huge player in a number of different ways. I'll get into it more with you tomorrow on 40. Well, very important things going on. Very subtle, and most newscasters are missing it over.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say, so we'll look forward to that.
Okay. See you later, K6MYC. Looking for KR6MR. I didn't move it back, so you should hear me.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR. Bozo 759.
Yep, got your 759. Okay, fine, John. Good to hear you. And let's see here. Yeah, I didn't have the antenna quite good on you. I moved it a little bit, and then I was struggling holding the paper still to get your number written down. I hear at the bottom of a column here, and the paper always wants to move on me. Anyway, good to hear you. And I imagine it was a beautiful day up there in Meadow Vista. Over.
Yeah, it was 70-ish. Very nice day. Working in the garden. Yeah. Got more garden work to do tomorrow, and let's see what happens from there. Yeah, I almost missed you. I was busy chatting with Darren on FM, and then I heard you calling me over the over my cell phone, on the streaming. I said, okay, got a QSY, so here I am.
Here you are. Okay. Very good. Yeah, we had a nice day here. It was about 75. It's not getting quite as warm as they had been predicting. We thought we might have 80 degrees today, but it did not get here. But it was still very pleasant, and I wouldn't care whether it was 75 or 85. I was out working underneath my citrus trees, putting new wells in, so the water from the bubblers didn't run over, and getting all the weeds out of that area and pruning so I could climb underneath the trees. They're dwarfs, so it's really it's the only problem with a dwarf fruit tree. They're really hard to maintain if you have to crawl underneath and get the weeds and stuff out of them. So I made them a little bit taller dwarfs today by cutting some of the lower limbs away. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow on 6 meters, John. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, and then up to Redding.
Yeah, okay, Mike, very good. Look for you on 6 tomorrow night. K6MYC in the group KR6MR. Have a good evening.
Roger. Okay, let's see, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Redding, Charlie, November 80. Redding, Charlie, November 80, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and KO6HS. How about it, Rich, over?
Darren's trying to call.
711. This is KD6 Shortwave, ready, number 145, AKA as Charlie, November 80, over.
Okay, 145's doing good. It's a little wavery. The band is not quite settled down here, but good copy. How's your weather been up there? I imagine you had a gorgeous day.
Oh, been real nice. I have no idea what the temperature was because I was outside doing the weed whacking routine today. So I don't think I'm ever going to get done with that, Mike. Oh, man, it just keeps going and going, over.
Yeah, okay. Go weed whacking. I was weed pulling. I wasn't whacking them. I was just pulling them out by their roots. Ha-ha.
What are you doing?
What's that? Somebody talking?
Oh, sorry, Mike. I'm trying to tell you, Darren's trying to call.
I hear you, John. Who was the other one talking?
That was Darren.
Oh, Darren. Darren, are you in here? KJ6KFB?
He says he doesn't hear you.
Well, it's because I pointed a little bit too far north for Darren. KJ6KFB. You should hear me. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Darren? I don't hear a thing. Hang on a second, Redding. Now I'm pointed right at you, Darren. KJ6KFB, over.
Darren did something wrong. He said he'd be right back. He said he's an idiot.
Okay, well, that's all right. I'll put the idiot down at 7:56, and we'll get him in a minute. Let me finish up with Redding here.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. KR6MR.
Okay, back to you, Rich. Sorry about that. Got a lot of intermediary chatter here. John, good evening to you. K6 Mexico, Italy, 711. We have you, John. Stand by a second. We'll get it down your way. See if you can hear the boys in Redding there. Turn up to about 3:30 and see what you can hear. And okay, on your weed whacking day there, or out. I guess you didn't know. It wasn't you that was weed whacking. Let me see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS. How about it, Jerry? KO6HS, K6MYC. I don't hear Jerry, so you pick it up, Rich, and tell me if you've heard Jerry there. KD6SW, K6MYC.
Okay, no, didn't hear anything out of Jerry. Probably stepped into the kitchen here for a piece of pie or cake or something. He's big on the dessert. Okay, well, yeah, fantastic warm day today, and I think it's supposed to get maybe later on this weekend up toward 90 degrees, so, oh, well, I guess that's the end of springtime officially. KD6 shortwave ready.
Okay, pretty good signal, but difficult copy. I would say Q3 to Q4 because of motorboating and flutter. Up and down QSB, very rapid QSB, very difficult to copy. But maybe that'll settle down. I'll come back in a few minutes if you want after I do Nevada, and we can see if I can catch your words there and check again for Jerry there. 73, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, Rich. KD6SW, K6MYC, and who was the other one? Okay, not hearing anybody else?
410.
410. Good evening, Russ.
Oh, hey, Mike, good evening. Just real quick in and out. But, yeah, I just wanted to get my name on the list. Bozo 410 KW6T for get all the requirements out of the way. So, anyway, with that, Mike, I'll let you get on over to Nevada.
Okay, well, you're on my list, buddy.
750.
Okay. See you later. Thanks for checking in quickly there. Good to hear you. Strong as always. KW6T, K6MYC. Anybody else before I go to Nevada?
756.
Well, there you are. See, I can point at you. I mean, I'm not even pointed at you now. I'm clear up here toward K6 Whiskey India Sugar in Placerville, and I'm hearing you. 756. We got you, Darren. What did you do stupid?
Oh, I didn't flip the antenna over.
Well, it always helps to have an antenna on the outside outer port of the amplifier. Over.
Well, it's always good to have it flipped, horizontal versus vertical. And I forgot to flip to the horizontal side.
Oh, really? Well, normally I can hear you vertical. I hear a lot of stations in L.A. on vertical. I hear a lot of stations that check in here vertical when they first start out. So, but I didn't hear a whisper from you. So I don't know what happened there, but maybe when you're in the FM mode or in the vertical mode that your power drops to a milliwatt or something.
Yeah, as soon as I got horizontal, man, you just started coming right on in. So have a good one, Mike. Carry on. I know you're running for Nevada. Have a good one. KJ6, KSB.
Yeah, you got me running in circles here, Darren. 7-3. Thanks for being there. And we'll look for you on 6 tomorrow, perhaps. And then we'll look for you again, by golly, on 1296. It would be good to have you 2 weeks in a row. And then I'll give you an incentive to take me up on the offer to loan you the 120-watt amp. Over.
Well, does it also have preamp in it?
No, but it doesn't. It's got a good coaxial relay switchover, so the internal losses through the amplifier would be almost unmeasurable. Over.
Oh, gotcha. Well, let's see how things go. I don't think I'm going to make 6. My local noise on 6 is just out of this world right now. I got to go harass the power company so they could bring my noise floor back down.
Alrighty. Well, if we hear you, we hear you. Anyway, 7-3, and thanks for putting it over on horizontal for us. Over.
Yes, indeed. Have a good one, Mike. KJ6, KSB.
Good night, Darren. Now I'm going to head for Redding, I think. John, are you still in here, K6MI? Are you close, or did you want to just check in and go? In and out tonight. Is that right, John?
Yeah, I'm here, but I can't do 330 degrees. You're a good week. I'm not hearing anyone else yet, so just stand by.
Yeah, I'm having a real difficult time copying you. Must be pointed the other way. I'm going to go due north. There's due north right there. And that usually brings you up. You bounce off of something pretty good there. Try it again, John. I didn't get anything. I heard you, but I couldn't read it.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm in the radio room just doing a bunch of things, so I'll just listen out. K6MI.
Roger, Roger. Well, I'm pointed now toward Nevada. We should have 3 or 4 of the guys in here. So you might want to pop in and say hello to them if you're so inclined. 7-3 for now, John. How about KD6BQ, big signal when you first checked in earlier tonight, Richard, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, good, good. And we had beautiful weather here all weekend. I imagine it started to get decent up there for you. Is it warming up a little bit?
Oh, yeah, it's been a beautiful day here. We've been in the low 70s.
That's where we were, 775, something like that. It hasn't gotten as warm as they claimed it should. They thought we might touch 80 today, but that's supposed to be all week. Coming week is supposed to be in the 80s. So we'll take it whatever it is. And there you go. Anyway, let's take a listen and see if Eric is in there, because the antenna is the same for you as it is for Eric. N7VAZ, November 7, Victor Alpha Zulu. You pounded it in here last time, Eric, K6MYC, over. Maybe he's off on a trip, Richard.
I don't think so. You took a fade, so maybe he'll come back up. Are you copying Mike at all, Eric? N7VAZ, KD6B2, over. Nope, don't hear anything. I know that Greg is out here.
Okay, so you are not hearing Eric at all. I won't check him in until you hear him or I hear him, over.
Roger, roger.
Okay. Very good. Well, let's go over to Daniel, and then we'll see if Greg is in here. N7, KE7UQL, K6MYC. How about it, Daniel?
Hello, Mike. This is 272, KE7UQL. We've got you very loud, over.
Yeah, you're loud and sounding good. KE7UQL 272, good signal. And hopefully we'll hear Greg in there as well. Let's see how we doing tonight, Greg. W7DAI, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, go ahead and give him a call, Greg. Over, Mike.
Yeah, boy, I'm not hearing him at all. It's funny because you and Daniel are the normal signal strength, and I just didn't hear a trace of Greg. Maybe he doesn't have it on the horizontal antenna or something. I didn't find a trace of him in there, which is very unusual. So, Greg, I think he's 11, what is he, 12? You better have him give me his number. I've forgotten it.
768, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 768. I only wrote it down. I knew it was something different than I expected, and I had already written 768 down because I knew he was talking by the delay. So he's checked in. He's checked in. You're checked in, Greg, if you're copying me. Back to you. You want to say hello to the guys? Rob, go ahead. KM6SRR.
Well, of course. Hello, guys. Let's see. First off, 249. Where do I got him here? Richard, KD6BQ, and KE7UQL. Daniel, how you guys doing?
Now, we're doing good there. Good evening to you, Rob, and over to you, Daniel.
Hello, Rob. KM6SRR, KE7UQL. We've got you. Good evening. Over.
I think he stopped talking. I can barely hear him tonight. Over.
No, he checked in. He said he's got you pretty good copy, and he gave you an over, so he might not have caught the over. Did you hear Richard?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, if you point your beam straight north, you might get Greg.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I can try that. And we'll try again here. There's 10 degrees. Oh, no, that was 0. That was due north. Okay, there's due north. That's normally where I have to be pointed for Eric, but let's try 7. W7DAI, K6MYC. Greg, over, over.
Over, Mike.
Yeah, I can hear him in there, but it's just all garbly and very weak, too, so it's not readable, but I hear you. I heard him that time anyway, over.
Yeah, he can copy you now 100% when you're pointed at him. It's just a little rough conditions right now. When you come back up on a peak, I'm sure you'll get him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he was really good copy the other night. Both he and Eric were good. So I guess it just remains to be seen. The band's a little flaky up tonight. And we're a little early, I think. What is it? Just 10 to 9 here. So we're early from the standpoint of band conditions. This was like 10 to 8 earlier in the year, so who knows. Anyway, we'll let you guys go, but we'll look for you tomorrow on 6, Richard. And Daniel, we'll look for you on 222. And hopefully we'll have decent conditions. You've been very, very strong and nice and solid on 222, Daniel. KE7UQL on the Bozo Net, K6MYC.
QSL, Mike, roger, roger. We will see you on 222, KE7UQL 73.
Yeah, now you're peaking better at Richard's direction, which is due north. Normally I have to go 8 or 10 degrees more to the east for you. But usually you're pretty broad anyway. It's not really critical. But boy, booming signal now. You hear him that time, Rob?
Oh yeah, I got him loud and clear.
Go ahead.
KE7UQL. How you doing, Daniel? KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Hello, Rob. Good evening to you. KE7UQL. Over.
Roger. You're hitting me about an S3, so that's good. Good copy.
Okay. Happy trails. See you tomorrow.
73.
All righty. Well, one more call as long as I'm pointed right for Eric. Let's see. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Eric, are you in here by chance? K6MYC in the Bozo Net. Over.
K6MYC from November 7th, Victor Alpha Zulu, 1193, over.
1193, right up there. There you are. By golly, thanks for checking in. And let's see if Rob copied you that time. Rob, did you hear Eric?
Yep, I only made out a few of the words, but I heard him.
KM6SRR from N7DAZ.
He's copying you, Rob, but it's a power differential. Eric, Rob's running about 1,500 over.
Yeah, I've only got about 150.
Yeah, big difference with 10 dB. It makes a huge difference. You're still Q5, but holding, but dropping just slightly. Anyway, great to hear you. Thanks very much for being here on your Sunday evening. And hopefully conditions in Reno are as good as everywhere else around the Northern California area. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu for your final, Eric, K6MYC.
Glad I didn't miss it.
73. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night one way or the other on some band, I hope. 7-3, and I'm going to go back to the Bay Area for late checks and miss. We only got 4 in the Bay Area tonight.
Hey, Mike, did you want to try Redding again, see if Jerry's there?
I can try Jerry, yes. I was going to do that. Stop by Redding. Here we go.
I give him a call, Greg.
Okay, let's see. Redding again. We'll try Redding again. Maybe Jerry wasn't in the shack the first time. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sugar. KO6HS, K6MYC. Redding. Go ahead, Jerry.
5,
KO6HS 230, Mike 230. We're out here. We had a lot of noise at my location here, but we're copying. Over.
Yeah, very good. Solid copy, Jerry. 230, and it's a little fluttery, a little watery, I guess you'd have to say, but still a solid copy. So we missed you the first time around. I guess we were too early. We're going like a rocket ship on the net tonight. Hi. Anyway, good to hear you. And hopefully, Rich was telling me about his weather, but he was so garbled up with multipath I couldn't get it. Why don't you give me an update on your weather, Jerry? Over.
Roger on that. Yep, it was warm today. We had about, 81, I believe, 81 or 82. Very warm, but also windy, very windy. And it caused a lot of static, a lot of wind static on the bands, all across the bands. So nice and warm, but windy. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't feel bad about the 81 degrees. I talked to a friend of mine in South Africa 2 nights ago, and he said the day before yesterday, or 3 days ago now, it was 115 in Cape Town. Over.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty warm, especially for, well, I guess down there that's the right time of season. It's still going into fall down there, but yeah, we get that once in a while up here in Redding, and I understand how hot that is. I know exactly how warm it is, and it's okay one day, but not for very long. Over.
Yeah. He said he was in the shower 5 times. That's really unusual for them. They're at a very south latitude, and so it's not normal to get much, even around 100 there is unusual. And, of course, this is in the fall season. They're expecting rain any day, and here it comes with 115. Anyway, kind of strange weather all over the world. Everybody's got record temperatures or near record temperatures, and at the wrong time of the year on top of everything else. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. Let's see if Rob, are you getting anything from Jerry?
I can tell he's in there, Mike, but can't copy any words there. Over.
Okay. Did you hear Rob there with his 1500 watts, Jerry?
I could hear him talking, but I couldn't copy him. Too much static here. Too much static. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, he could hear you also. He's hearing you and Rich, but he's got it's just not enough signal strength. But Rob is running 1500. On the long term, Rob will be even stronger as he gets the antennas higher and bigger antennas up there. But right now he's kind of a holding pattern because he's got a bad back, and he's looking at a back operation, which he's not looking forward to. So he may be a little bit longer getting the towers up than what we had hoped for originally. Anyway, 73 Jerry, 73 back to you, Rich, for your final. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC.
Okay, well, I really don't have too much I can add to that, Mike. Your signal's coming up nicely. You're heading up to about S9 without any particular problem there. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot for tomorrow and see what happens. I haven't had much luck on 6 meters with you lately. 73, KD6SW, Reading.
Well, we'll give it another try. Whenever I'm pointed toward KR6MR, that's when I should be close enough to peak for you. And I always say I'm standing by and listening for CW. So I guess we just haven't had the propagation, Rich. Anyway, 7-3, we'll give it a try again tomorrow. Take care, and we'll see you Wednesday, worst case. KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS, K6MYC. 7-3, guys.
7-3 there, Mike.
7-3, Jerry. Down to the bay. Pushed the wrong button here. Down to the Bay Area. I went the wrong direction. That doesn't help. And I went to Nevada again. Down there to 290 something. There's 285. That's 288. That should be enough in the Bay Area to get somebody on there. Anybody in the Bay Area, late checks are missed. Late checks are mixed. WB6WNI. How about you, Gary? WB6WNI, Gary. He must be having a late dinner with the family. I got 2 half words. Go ahead.
That crystal ball of yours is really accurate.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mike. We're almost done. If you wanted to call, I better call you back because that was very nice of you to call me. K6MYCJB6791090.
Well, okay. Don't let me interrupt your dinner there. I think the dinners with the sun setting so late is dinners are getting later and later. Anyway, good evening to you, Gary. We won't keep you. We'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters, and hopefully Stan will be in there as well, and a few others. Take care. Go get some. Finish up your dinner, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. WB6WNI, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. I have a quick question, though. Were you on 40 meters this morning? That was, I listened for a bit, but I didn't hear you, and then, of course, you got tied up with stuff. But I was just curious if you were on.
I was on, but we did a weird thing this morning, and it may have been that you listened at the wrong time. Or you listened at the time that we weren't there. When we first came on, I came on, it started at 8:35 local. And I had trouble because I couldn't get the damned transceiver to work. It kept going into split, and it would kick out the amplifier because the other frequency in the radio was 14 megs. So I would key up on 40 meters, and it would key up, and I had the 20 meter, the 40 meter antenna selected, and it was trying to get me to transmit on 20. Anyway, I fixed it, but I got a little bit late, so maybe an 8:40 probably when I started to talk to Bob, K06, K7VO. We talked for a few minutes, and then everybody, I don't know if this was today or yesterday. Gosh, I'm forgotten now. I guess he came in and we talked for about 20-25 minutes, right up to about 9 o'clock. John, K7KF, came in for a short time, maybe 10 minutes in and out. He's kind of in a funk. He's got to have an operation that he doesn't want to talk about, so it's probably a prostrate thing or something that's a delicate thing. But anyway, he was in there for about 10 minutes. But I did talk to Bob for about 20 minutes, but it was all jumbled up this morning because I was late. Over.
Oh, I understand. You know, I think I listened at 8:30. Now, keep in mind, once I turned on the radio, and then all of a sudden at 8:30, I was off doing so many things today. When I thought it was a Sunday. Yeah, too many things. Anyway, Mike, let's try for 6 meters tomorrow, and if I wake up early enough, I'll try 7137. And till then, 73, Mike, K6MIC, W679.
Okay, now when you turned on this morning, was it 8:30? Because there was two stations talking. K7VO was on there. He was on earlier than normal. And he hooked up with AI7D in Montana, who usually have a very good signal. I heard Mark, and that's when I couldn't, they built behind, and I was still struggling to make the transceiver work properly. And Mark never did come back, but I yelled at Mike for a minute or so, and Bob finally heard me in the background and came back and got on. So that's what happened. But Mark was in there talking to Bob maybe for 10 or 15 minutes, over around 8:30.
Absolutely, I heard that, Mike, and I'm just. Yeah, I didn't know who they were, and you know, my fear is I get out very poorly on 40, so I didn't want to put anybody, stress anybody out. But you were absolutely right. I heard both of them. I didn't think they were coming in strong enough for me to try working, and I didn't actually get their calls. I was wondering if WB6GGY was there. I actually recognized his voice, but I didn't hear him, and I didn't hear you, so I just stayed in the background. But you're absolutely right. There were two people, 8:30 on the nose.
Yep, okay. Well, you heard Bob, K7VO, and Mark, AI7D in Montana. Bob's in Olympia, Washington, and they both run in reasonable power. Bob usually runs close to 1,500, and I think Mark was running about 700 or 800, so you were hearing them. They probably would hear you. They got good ears, both pretty quiet locations there. So, but you can get to know them. They're both very friendly folks. 7-3, Gary, and don't hesitate to check in again. I'll be there tomorrow on 40 meters, hopefully on time next time, and I'll have the radio, so it'll be in a non-split mode. Hi. Really had me befuddled. It hadn't done that for a couple of weeks, so I wasn't ready for it. 73, AI7D, WB6WNI, K6MYC, 73.
73, Mike, and good evening, WB6WNI.
And I'm on the backscatter path to Placerville, but I have not heard K6 Whiskey India Sugar. He must not be alive and well, or maybe he's on a trip or something. Maybe he's just resting up to go to work early tomorrow. Anybody else in the Bay Area or within the sound of my voice for the last check-ins here to the Bozo Net, K6MYC. That's it, I guess, Rob and Aaron and whoever else is here. I'll say 73s to everybody, K6MYC, Bozo 47. In Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, signing off on March 15 from the 2-meter Bozo Net, 2026. Good evening, Rob.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Let's see, I was going to say, we don't need to go down and get Eddie because he was already in here, huh?
Don't need to get Eddie, and we might find somebody else down there. LAD was in the other day, but he checked in on the early side.
Yep, and if we keep talking, maybe MTS will check in, haha.
Who?
Mark, MTS.
Oh, Mark, are you there? K6 MTS? Well, we did have an unusual check-in, N6BYH. Mike was in there.
Yep, I got him. Tonight we have, so far, 43.
Yeah, not a bad night. I'll give it to Judy. If she matches up, I'll just have her give you a big thumb. Over.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, take care, guys. I don't hear Aaron in there, but he may still be there. But John's fussing around in the shack, in the shop there. Good evening to you, John. K6MI, K6US, KM6SRR, K6MYC, clear and closing.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anybody else, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SRR, 73.
73, Rob.